shoppers. Can I get a fucking oh yeah? Thank you.
Yo, what up, everybody? Welcome back. Yo, I am back after a power outage last week.
Yeah, we had a hurricane.
Yeah, we went through a hurricane, but today is November 5th. I'm back. I'm Austin Lytle. I'm joined with the boys as always. Frolfcenter Magazine. Adam, Cody, what up, boys?
What up, dude? How are you? Are you drinking
Good.
tonight?
Of course I am.
What you got? Trapper Drop? Nice.
Oh, yeah.
It's been a long week, so I went straight to the hard stuff. I got some George Stickle 12-year on ice right now. You got big news for us later in the show, right, Austin?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna want to stick around for it. I've got some exclusive Frolfer news.
Love it.
And I don't think very many people know about it, so stick around.
Yeah, we're going to run that later. Before we do that, we do have the man, the myth, and the legend, the 1100 rated Hyman himself, Mr. Cody Vitale.
What's up, guys? Glad to be here. Glad Austin's back, looking as beautiful as always. The weather's great outside. I decided to do the weather. Drinking whiskey like Adam.
Yeah, we're on the whiskey train. Like I said, it's been a long week. Our next guest is a young up and coming disc golfer from North Carolina. He's had a really hot year. He's won a bunch of stuff. He got a lot of seconds as well. He's had a really hot week, coming in fifth up at Hub City Halloween Open with 2 eagles and an ace in the same round, which is pretty awesome. So if you guys wouldn't mind, give a big Frolfcenter welcome to Raven Newsom.
Hey. What up, man?
How are you?
You know, living life, having fun. Can't complain.
Nice. And you drinking on anything tonight?
Yes, sir.
Oh, there we go.
Some white girl wine. Absolutely loving it.
I think that's
a
frother.
white girl wine.
Do I?
I think that's a frother first. Wine.
Well, I'll take it. I'll take it.
That's pretty impressive. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
We do have a giveaway later. We're giving away an MVP disc. As you guys know, Raven is sponsored by MVP.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah, I am.
Yeah, we get your logo right on there and everything.
Fancy. So first thing we'd like to ask everybody is how'd you get into disc golf? What was your first round like?
Oh man. So I grew up playing disc golf. When I was about 4 years old, my dad took me out to start playing. It was a way for us to spend time together because he worked really heavy work weeks, and so it was a really good way for us, to hang out. And he still got to do something he wanted to do. So I started playing when I was like 4. I played my first doubles when I was like 6, and then just kind of grew in the sport since then. I started playing like competitively when I turned like 16. I was like, man, I think I'm starting to get good at this, so I'll keep trying it. And then I quickly moved up to pro and stuck here ever since and love it.
Okay, so where was your last round you played at?
I played in South Carolina at the Hub City.
You haven't played this week at all?
Huh?
You haven't played at all this week?
I played today, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I was going to say, of course. I played Buckhorn this morning.
Nice.
How'd it go?
It was pretty good. I didn't start so hot. I was sleeping off some alcohol last night, and so I think I was even through 6 and then brought it back and birdied most of the rest of it.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. So you just said you went pro at 16.
No, I didn't go pro at 16. I went pro at 19. I started playing competitively when I was 16.
Okay, so you started playing tournaments at competitive tournaments at 16.
Yes.
Right on it. So you went pro at 19.
Mm-hmm.
Is there you've gotten a couple of wins since then? Is there a particular win that stands out for you that is the most?
Man, my first win. It was pretty cool, actually. And it was I played against it was like Michael Jort, Philip Bartholomew, and Taylor Rafalowski, and that was like our card. And it was out at Clayton. And it's my first time I'd really been in the real mix for a pro tournament. And I was like, I'm going for it. Like, this is my chance. And it was we came down the stretch in the first round. I shot a 10-24 rated round, and it was tied for the lead, and we tied the course record. And I was like, awesome, great. I was tied with Phil. And then the next round, we battled it out head to head down the stretch, and I hit like a 45-footer on the hole 18 to go up a stroke, and then played smart on the last hole and won. And I ended up, it was like my first win. It was 1056 rated. It was like super solid, and it was a C tier. And Jordan goes, "What do I have to do to win a freaking C tier out here?" Like a 1036 average or something like that for the tournament. Like it was, I don't know. That one's one that'll all with me.
That sounds about per usual for North Carolina disc golf. Like you have to average at least 1030, 1040 to like at least be in the top, like maybe 3.
Yeah, if it's a lower tier tournament, you're gonna have to do that if you want to win.
I mean, it's any tier tournament, really. Any tier any tier higher, and you got to go 1050.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
To be in the top
you
5.
gotta win with a 1050 out in NC. It's tough. It's tough out here.
We get a
For
little
sure.
bit of that in Atlanta, but you guys are definitely tighter.
No,
I think
we are Atlanta for sure, bro. Like it is like you've got guys that that are 967 rated coming out shooting the hot rounds in a B tier and deflates the ratings down to 1022. What was a 1050 rated round?
Yes. Yep.
So
You're talking from experience there. Did you get a 10? Did you have a 1022 that you felt should have been?
no,
10?
that was just over the last weekend. At our local B tier, it's normally like a big tournament, but yeah, dude, buddy comes out and slays it first round and shoots 9 down, and he's tied with the Robinson boys, and they give him 1020, which is the Robinsons' ratings, but on a day that was not so very good.
it was super windy. It was
Yeah, it was so windy, and I guess he just like shot lights out. I mean, the next day he shot 6 over 940 rated golf, but
Been there.
you get what I'm saying? Like Atlanta, like we have players in the Atlanta region that are capable of shooting a 1060 rated round at any given time.
Yeah, I feel that.
Felix Vega from Ace Run Pro says, "What up?" Says,
I love that guy. He's a really good dude. I saw him this weekend.
He was my partner at putting league, and I let him down in the last round, couple rounds last night.
Ouch.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I got too drunk.
Got lost in the sauce.
Lost in
I
the
did.
sauce.
Yeah.
All right, so you've been playing professionally since you were 19. How'd you end up with MVP? What was how'd that all come about?
So I went and played at Ledgestone the weekend before I came to NC State my freshman year. And I was like, I'm going to go and play a pro tour before I go to school. And I was like, awesome. So I went out there. My older brother is also sponsored by MVP, Anthony Hoff. And so we went out, and Steve lives really close to the courses for Lake Eureka. So we stayed at his house. I spent some time with them. I'd been on their radar already. At that point, I was like 9. I really actually wasn't that high rated. I think I was like 950 something. And I was, but my social media presence was big. And then played at, I got to play, I played Ledgestone. Jeez Louise, I couldn't say it. I played Ledgestone, and it was a lot of fun. And Steve came and watched and did stuff like that. And then later on in the year, they offered me a sponsorship, and it was really nice.
Oh yeah, dude.
So being with MVP, what mold from MVP has been in your bag the longest?
I'm gonna guess
In the bag
Octane.
the longest?
What's in your bag the longest?
Octane or Envy?
Oh, okay, yeah. Bolt
Okay.
and Envy, both. But
Yeah.
the disc I use the most, if I'm going to call an audible here, the disc I use the most, the Pyro. The Pyro is by far, and
That's the new overstable putter, right?
It is it's a stable mid range. It's like
Stable mid range. Okay.
a deflector and a vector, and it's between like a Cayman and a Gator for people that
Right.
MVP,
For
right?
Innova, between an A2 and an A3 for Prodigy.
Yeah, very similar, exactly. And so it's just such a predictable, good disc, and that's what I aced with at Hub City actually, is a Pyro, and like 20-mile-an-hour winds. It's so simple, it's so easy to throw.
That's awesome. I found a couple discs like that. I'm a rock guy, so it's hard to get me to try new stuff. But I tried a Tomb, and the Tomb was like that. Tomb was just point and shoot, just dead.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about my Matrix.
Dude, the Matrix, one of my favorite discs ever. I got 3 of them in the bag.
Oh heck yeah! What do you get the most of in the bag? What mold wise?
Envy. Yeah.
Probably. I have 3 envies, I have 3 matrices, and then the rest of the stuff I typically carry 2 of.
Okay, very nice. And is it a wear thing or a plastic thing or both?
I don't really mind the plastic as much. It's more just the wear.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Nice. Before you were on MVP, were you throwing anybody else's stuff exclusively? Were you mixed bag or?
I was pretty mixed bag, but Anthony was sponsored by MVP in like 2012. I'm not 100% certain on that, but he was sponsored way before I was, and so I was just getting free discs. And I was like, man, I'll just keep sliding these into my bag, and as I play more and more tournaments, I'll keep going, right? And so I remember this one intermediate tournament. I had just gotten like a Tesla and a Volt from Anthony, and I was playing an intermediate. And after the first round, I was on 5th card, and I was like, oh my gosh! Came back and won it.
Wow.
From 5th card, shot the hot round of the whole tournament. I was like beat Grady Shoes round, and I was like, man, like they were like, you play intermediate, and I was like, I don't think so anymore. Like not after that performance.
You're not allowed to do that anymore.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, it was the Tesla and the Volt. They just carried me to it. Those just throw themselves. Like I just walked up there, and then they were close, and I was like, awesome, great. Like the next shot.
Man, that's awesome. So it looks like
there's something different about those the gyro discs. I get the gyro, whatever it's called, the science behind the weight being in the rubber of the rims. It's so crazy. I threw a bunch of them over this week when we were out and setting up a golf course, and they just have the speed like that is unmatched of any other disc, and you don't see it, but they have a totally different flight too. I don't know. I'm going
very longer. It's something I found that I don't know a lot of people really get yet, but like for me, at least from what I've noticed from throwing non-gyrotech discs and then throwing gyrotech discs, when you throw, it has a different type of flight, and that type of flight allows for longer carries in the air. That doesn't mean hold the angle you put it on. It is a subtle difference, but you will get more carry based on it. So it allows you to unlock more distance than you have with other companies. So, or not in a mean way towards other companies. That's not what I'm trying to say. I just mean the discs are engineered to where they go far. Like they're
definitely scientifically engineered for sure, and you can tell that when you ever throw one.
Yeah, and sometimes like I'll get a brand new one that I've never tried before. And I'll throw it, and I'll look back down at the speed, and I was like, "That's not a 6.5 speed." Like it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
So it looks like you hit 1,000 rated this year. Congratulations!
I did. Thank you.
What has been the hardest thing so far to reach that mark? And is there like an easiest thing that you have, or was nothing easy about it?
Honestly, it comes off arrogant, and I really don't mean it that way at all. So please don't take it like that. But I've been playing disc golf for a really long time. And I've been pretty good since I was like 16, 15 years old. Like I was actually good, but I had to learn how to handle playing in tournaments, which is a different style of golf. It's a very different style of golf. And so I had to learn how to attack that. And then I had to find out weaknesses in my game. And so one thing that I did when I joined MVP was assess what wasn't working and what was working for me. And then I spent time working on those different aspects. And so when I joined MVP, I think I was 954 rated. Mm-hmm. And by the end of the year, I was 994. Wow. And then by the end of like 14 months, I was 1,003. And so it's like, it was all there. And it was all there for me for the taking. I just had to round my game. And my game was rounded, but it wasn't tournament rounded. So you have to find things in tournaments that you lean on. Mm-hmm. And then work specifically on other aspects of your game so you can have a diversity of shots. It gives you a more comfortable feel. And then the biggest thing for anyone, though, is just you can't make the putt if you don't putt it. Now you got to putt it, and you got to putt it hard. Like that's just what you got to do. There's so many people out there that just limp it or miss it right, and then they get in their heads. And once you've missed 4 putts in a round, it is much harder to make putts. So just and it's so much easier.
Do you warm up long putts or do you warm up short ones for confidence when you're warming up? A little bit of everything, or
definitely a little bit of everything, because in a round you're gonna have a little bit of everything.
Yeah, for sure.
3 C1 putts the whole time, and it's just like it's because it allows you. The more you practice it, and that was like crazy wins, but the more you practice it, and the more repeatable it gets, the simpler the stroke, and the simpler the stroke, the easier to repeat, and so on. And then it's just like, wow, putting is much easier now. Like it's great.
There you go.
Yeah, absolutely. Putting is easier when you practice.
Yes.
I mean, it transcenders into this next question here. What's your weekly routine leading up to a tournament? Is there anything like you do it in particular, like practice wise? Do you try to make sure you hit the course at least once, twice? What's up?
Yeah, so I have a putting regimen that I do every day. I wake up in the morning, and from 8:30 to 9:15, I have my basket set up outside my house. I putt on a marksman basket, and I set up stations. And so I'll set up stations from 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. And I'll go through all of them inline putting. I'll go through all of them straddle putting. I'll go through all of them spin putting. I've been working on a spin putt. It's not great yet, but the more reps, the better it gets. And then I'll go through them all inline to 35 feet, and then I'll do steppers, and then I'll do straddle to 35 feet, and I'll do straddle jump putts, and then I'll do spinners to 35 feet, and then from a knee jump putts. And then I'll work on what doesn't feel right. And it's typically I typically get about 300, 350 putts in that 45 minutes. And then before I go to bed from 9:15 to 10 o'clock every night, I go and do the exact same thing. And it allows me to be confident and consistent in rounds. And if you're looking to play good, solid golf and make a living at it, I think it's something you need to be able to do.
Yeah, I agree with that, man. For sure.
Oh, and as far as course goes, sorry, I missed that part. So as far as like tournament style go, though, I play a tournament pretty much every weekend. It's like my job now. I haven't like worked for almost 5 months, and so I get to go and just play disc golf, and it's a lot of fun. But yes, so I will try and hit the course at least once. I'll try and get in 2 practice rounds if at all possible. And then try and stay with someone that's close to the course so I don't have to do a lot of driving, so I can hit there earlier in the morning and do some more warming up and stuff like that.
Yeah, and they know all the good spots to go drink and having a good time and stuff too. You gotta keep those.
We're on the same page.
You ever come down to Atlanta? We got you, dude.
Yes, cannot wait. All
right, so that's a really good segue for us. All right, Austin, you've got one more, don't you?
No. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yep, it's a good segue, I think. So you've been to Ledgestone. I'm sure you've done some other big tournaments. Is there a travel or what's the distance you're traveling right now as a disc golfer to a tournament on a weekend? And is there a plan to increase that distance? Maybe get a van, maybe go on tour. Like what's the next move for Raven?
So right now I play tournaments that are locally, and then I'll go out and play big ones that are relatively near family and stuff like that. I went to MVP Open because I was told that I was going to be on a feature card, and I was going to go already, but it was a 13-hour drive. So I was like, man, is it really worth it? And then I was like, well, Steve Dodge was like, yeah, you can come and stay at my place. And I was like,
wow,
this became a lot more fun. So I drove out there, got on the Jomez feature card. That was really cool. But as far as travel, I'm typically staying local. However, I am looking at my contracts for next year. Mm-hmm. And I have made my touring schedule for what I'm going to try and do. And I am officially going to be hitting the tour next year.
Is that a Frolfcenter exclusive?
That so far, yeah. So I'm pretty excited. Yeah. It's not, I haven't 100% worked out all of the details for it yet, but I will in February be heading out to Texas to start the A-tier track.
Nice.
So
Awesome.
it's going to be a lot of fun. I have friends that live out in Texas, so I might as well go out there and play some Texas golf, figure it out, and then go and do
I've heard it's really flat, and instead of like throwing up and down elevation like we do over here, you just throw over things.
Yeah, I throw kind of hard, so you never know.
I think you've got a good chance out there.
I hope so. I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, dude, just make the most of it. Yeah, exactly. Congratulations. Make the most of it. You know, just have fun. Ultimately, most fun wins in disc golf. Always.
I told myself, I was like, this has been something I want to do for a long time. And I am a third-year student at NC State. I'm about to be a senior. The school is amazing. It really is. And I can fall back on this degree at any point in time in my life. But I would not be able to forgive myself if I didn't go out and try it when I felt like I had the opportunity. And this year that I just had was meh. I think next year, that's going to be my year.
Yeah, you go into it with that attitude, have the mindset, you'll do well.
One of the things I always tell myself is that it's really funny. that tough is an obstacle for a lot of people, but just a stepping stone for me. It is going to be tough, but it's just a stepping stone. You got to keep going. You got to keep going. So I'm going.
Yeah, for sure.
I was like, you know what? Might as well try it out. And if I fail, who cares? I'll come back. I'll still love disc golf. I'll get the rest of my degree and I'll go into my job and have a blast and still play tournaments.
Yeah.
So like, gotta go for it, man.
What's the degree?
Yeah, I mean, you're young and do it. Might as well.
I'm a major in business administration with a minor in environmental sciences, and so my concentration is human resources management, and eventually it's going to devolve into a environmental business consulting. And I want to start a company that does consulting for more environmentally friendly business practices for larger companies.
Very nice. So, like, you've been down. Have you gone down to Mills River to see the Sierra Nevada plant?
Yeah,
they have that crazy ecological what is it, a certificate or whatever. They're the only brewery in the world that'll ever have it, right?
Yeah.
Like that. Wow, that's awesome. Sorry, I'm stepping all over Cody's question. My bad.
No, you're good. So like the first half of the podcast, we like to ask these serious questions, and then we'll get to some pretty fun ones here soon. But
okay.
Who's been your biggest influence in disc golf?
All right. This one's for real. So Ricky has been my man for so long. He has been my man for so long. And so this has a good story to it. So I love Rick. I love Rick. We have interacted maybe like 5 to 10 times together. Okay. So, the first real experience I had with him was at Dep Cup this year, like where we actually like talked to each other. And there was the 2020 putting challenge that Gatekeeper filmed, and it was like it was a winner take all bracket style challenge, and it was putting head to head. And so you had 3 putts from 25, 3 putts from 35, 3 putts from 45, and 1 putt from 50, and it was pointed at 1, 2, 3, and 5.
Nice.
And so I had to play my qualifier really quickly, so I got 15th seeded. Ricky was 2nd seeded, and in the first round, I beat him. And it was like I saw everyone's collective breath just go, like, "Oh my god! Like we got a chance of winning this thing now, right?" So I lost eventually, but I like Ricky. I felt really bad, like not in like a mean way, but I felt kind of bad. And so like that was my first experience being like, oh, like I've watched Ricky play my whole life. I've loved Ricky my whole life and been like one of his biggest fans. And it was interesting to be able to be like, okay, like I putted better than Ricky today. Like that's kind of cool. And then we came to Hub City, and in my like second round, it was brutal winds out at Tiger River, and I got the ace and 2 eagles to finish. But it was I shot 14 under in just murderous wins, and I beat him by 4 strokes in a round, and I was like I can actually do this. Like this is the thing. And I got nervous in my final round. I was playing with like Eula Bari and Corey Ellis and Colt Montgomery. And I was like, wow, like this is something that we like, these are ballers and why am I here type of thing. And then through 18 holes, I'd smoked them all so far. I was like, I guess
you finished what, 5th, right?
I tied 7th with Nico.
Tied 7th with Nico. Wow.
Yeah.
Tied 7th with Nico being the disappointment is like the most like, it's just like, that's not disappointing at all. For you to be like,
Nico's a baller, man. Absolutely like him. But so super funny though. It was like the final 9 holes of that round of our like final round. I threw one of my discs, and it was like the 23rd hole, and I threw one of my discs into a tree, and it got stuck like near the top. And I was like, no way. And it's a disc that's so important for those open windy holes that we were about to play. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I need this disc. And so we had finished out the hole. There was a backup on the next one. So I was sitting there just chucking water bottles at it, like just trying to get it. Then Ricky runs over because the lead card had like caught up to us.
Runs over with those legs, right?
Yeah. Do what?
He just raptor ran over to you to help?
Oh, yes. And then recruited Zach and Dickerson and Nico to come and help get my disc out of the tree. So we were all throwing water bottles and rocks at it. And then we couldn't get it down. And he was like, and I had to go and tee off. And then like 3 minutes later, after I teed off, made it up to the next hole, we finished. The cameraman Conrad from Ace Run Pro comes running over with my disc, and he was like, "Ricky sniped this out of the tree for you, man." And I was like, "My guy, like what? He's
Ricky
the
saved
best."
the day
like,
there.
Yes,
That's awesome.
Oh, and you got most of it on film.
Do I hope it was on film. Oh, yeah.
Ace Run Pro's got it on film.
Let's go.
You got it, dude.
Thanks, Felix. I appreciate you.
Dude, I think that's almost cooler than beating Ricky at putting is like having Ricky and Nico and everybody try to get your disc out of a tree for a while. Like that,
It was way more fun.
Cool.
It's a way better
I felt
story.
kind of bad because he was like kind of mad after I won the putting thing, and I don't blame him because there was $2,000 on the line, and I was just like I wanted him to sign one of my discs before that, but it was like too late for me to get him to do that like before. And I was like, oh god, like I'd said my goodbyes already before I walked up there. I was like, sorry guys, like if anyone's going down, it's me. And then like somehow by a miracle, I ended up winning. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah.
What the heck?
That's amazing. That's a funny. I love that story a lot.
Yeah, he has definitely been the most influential person for me because the way his game works is he is 100%. Well, he's just filthy. Don't get me wrong, but he's most known for being the undebatably, in my eyes, the best putter in the world.
I think it's him and Paige are right there, and that's about.
Oh yes,
Paige is a dirty putter too.
He's nasty.
Yeah, I think Paige give him a run for his money some days.
Me too. Oh yeah. But Ricky has always been that influence. And so when I started to learn how to be consistent in putting, I created a stroke, I worked on it, and just repeated it just like I see him do all the time. And now my putting stroke is so very confident. And it's nice to be able to be like, all right, like I can model this after someone. And if my putting stroke doesn't feel right, I will go and look at a YouTube video of Ricky playing in like 2016 Masters Cup and hitting the 80-footer to win it. Or like stuff like that. And I will go and watch that man putt where he shoots good rounds, be like, all right, this is how I do it. And just find it, repeat it, and make it work.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I'm telling you, without Ricky, I would not be over 980. Not a chance.
He's like your Jordan. Like you're just taking the game from him, saying this is the game now. This is my game now. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So when did you get in the PDGA? Was it like 2016, something like that?
I think so.
You're 88,000.
Maybe 2015. Right? Maybe 2015.
Okay.
My first 1,000 rated round was like 2017, maybe.
Okay.
3.5 years ago, something like that. So maybe 2016.
Is it what? You're 88,121 or something like that. 88,000.
212.
212. So you've got a little smaller window into the game of disc golf than a lot of our viewers have. We have a lot of old dudes in Atlanta that watch the show, and we got a lot of brand new guys watching too. What has changed the most about disc golf in your time in the game?
Competitive disc golf or regular disc golf?
I would say just disc golf. Whatever answer is going to be easier for you. Like, is there a cultural difference? Is there a thing in the game? Is there a money difference? I mean, you can make a living now. Like, what do you think the biggest?
Oh yeah, so definitely a money difference for sure. But I'm recently being more exposed to that because I broke like the cash count for like being able to be a premier pro. So I'm no longer allowed to play any advanced events ever as soon as December 31st hits. So I'm screwed. But I found that the game has really changed. I don't know. The game has grown so much. It's grown so much, and it's crazy to see how many players over the last 10 years in comparison to over the last 30 years were in it, right? So you probably had 30,000 people before the last 10 years. And then you look at the last 10 years to now and the astronomical growth as it goes up and up and up, right? And so it's like I've been playing for 17 years and I've had local doubles and I've seen the local doubles grow and I've seen the skill level of people grow and grow and grow. And then I'm like, wow, like this is something that's flourishing into a real sport, something you can really do. And so I wrote papers in high school and college because they always suggest that you write papers on something that you care about and you'd like. So I wrote papers about disc golf, and one of like my papers was disc golf as a community. Disc golf as a lifestyle, not just a sport. And you can go through, and I had like all kinds of, it was like 13 pages. I had all kinds of like research and different stuff like that. But it's like disc golf is a sport that builds integrity, builds character, builds moral fiber as you play because of how the game works. You're independent. You're on yourself. You're also enforcing your own rules. You can change your score if you want to. Like you can do that, and people do it. But it's like that doesn't teach you correctly. And so it's a sport that can change you as a person. And I strongly believe that disc golfers are some of the best people that you will ever meet, just because the way that the game is played and people that play it often, it creates moral character and it allows people to become better. And absolutely love that. And that's my favorite thing I've seen as disc golf's grown is the people just the character of individuals just getting so much better. It's amazing.
That's a big thing.
No, absolutely.
I started ball golf when I was 8, and the honor system in ball golf and the way you play the game and the etiquette, it's like it's almost like a weird, like it's a worldly education you're getting in this game that you're playing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't have to be good at golf to be good at going golfing in a weird way. You know what I mean? Like you can be a great
Absolutely. It's
person
the same
to
as
golf
disc
with.
golfing is right there with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. Austin's 990 rated. He's about to be 1,000 rated. I'm like 880.
Ooh, good stuff, big dog. I like
So
it.
we can go play together and have a good time, but I'm not holding him up. He's not me holding up because we understand the etiquette of the game. It's like
Yeah, I lost $10 to this guy last weekend because he
He's
played the
supposed to be
short
that
pads
number
and
4
I played the long pads.
You
And
don't have
he
to tell me
fucking
that.
shot.
I don't have
He
this.
shot the round of his life down here, 7 down from the shorts out
it's
of
like a
tracks.
967 rated round or something.
No, dude, that's 990 from the shorts for sure.
No, it's not. 2 down from the shorts to the tracks is like 958. Anyway,
Well, okay, you shot 7 down from the shorts. Like that's 990, bro.
no, I didn't though. You're talking
Yes,
about
you
most.
did.
So anyway,
No.
back to Raven. We'll talk about my game later.
Okay, later. Sorry.
Okay, so what do you think about Brody? Good or
What I
bad?
think about Brody?
Good or bad for the
He's
game?
a freaking animal. Absolutely love that guy.
Good for the game of disc golf?
Okay, and that is such a hot topic between people too. And so I love that you're asking me that. And I'm also one of those people that never weighs in on politics. Like I don't ever talk about that kind of stuff with people because you create controversy so very quickly, right? I think Brody was fantastic for the sport. And so many people will disagree, and that's fine. You can do whatever you want to. However, I'm on the show right now. But
Exactly. So you have the box, yeah.
yes, Brody was so good for the sport. It shows people that are watching. He gets featured, and he's not a very good disc golfer, not yet, and it allows people to be like, oh, like this is what people in the sport do. Like this is part of it. It teaches when you sit there and idolize the top 10 players in the world over and over and over again your whole life, you don't see what the actual average or above average player is doing, right? And so one of the things I loved to do when I was growing up is I would watch the women play a lot of their events, and women are fantastic at the sport, don't get me wrong, and it's amazing. I love learning from the women because those are some of the shots that are in near my skill level, right? And that is something like the best girls in the world right now, way better than me. But a lot of the girls in the world, it's like that is similar to the kind of power I have, and it allows me to see different kinds of lines. And so watching Brody play is so good for people to see. And had a huge following in Ultimate Frisbee. It brought in a different style of people watching, and it was like awesome. It helps grow the game. And when people can be like, oh, like he doesn't deserve to be on featured cards, he doesn't get all this, it's like, man, like
He kind of does. He's got more Instagram and YouTube followers than anybody in disc golf.
yeah, I would say times 2. Yeah. I was about to say, yeah, pick any 2 players, and I'm sure his are more than enough than theirs.
We
I'm
let
going
the
with
dudes with the Corvettes park a little crooked if they need to.
has
You know what I mean?
millions.
Like, we don't worry about that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's fantastic for the game. And when people get upset about some people getting on feature card and some not, it's just like, man, like they're all playing against each other anyways. It's like you can ask like what it's like being on the card with Paul and Kevin and I don't know, an Eagle, all right?
Yeah.
But you're still playing the whole field anyway. It's just who you're playing against that field with, right? And so Brody's there, and we get to see a diversity of skill. And when people want one thing over and over, they're like, yeah, we just want to see the best players play all the time. It's like, do you really? Like,
Yeah.
come on. Like,
No, yeah, that goes back to like what Barry said a couple weeks ago. He was like, if he was going to change one thing in the PDGA, it would be just totally randomize the lead card. Like doesn't need to be there doesn't need to be a set feature card.
Yeah, I love that.
But anyways, yeah, like, and I've played with so many Ultimate guys in the last year. It's unreal.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. They don't like Brody as much as disc golf. Disc golfers are happy Brody's bringing the attention, but Ultimate players are like, God, we hated him in Ultimate. And now he's going to come here and take this.
Now he's
on the
back
field.
playing disc golf?
But
Yeah.
I thought we got rid of him.
It totally transcends though.
That's a hot take.
What's the home course in Raleigh?
In Raleigh?
Where are you in
Or you
Raleigh?
live in Raleigh?
Yeah.
I do live in Raleigh. I'm from Asheville, but I do live.
Oh, okay.
You're from Asheville, okay.
So my home
What
course.
was the home course in Asheville? Sandhill?
Well, I
No.
wanted to hear the Raleigh answer.
I'll do both. How about that? We can
Yeah.
here. Yeah. So I grew up on Richmond Hill.
Okay, Richmond Hill is my guy.
Yeah. So since in the old Richmond Hill and the new Richmond Hill, like I've been playing there since I was 4. That's like the first course
Yeah.
I played. However, my home course in Raleigh, probably Clayton. Clayton is my one that I play. I typically try and play the most because it's challenging and scoreable. You have both. You have both factors, and it allows you to strengthen your forehand and your backhand game, which is really good. And they have great baskets and fair out of bounds. Hard to argue playing anywhere else.
Very nice.
Do you agree,
Have you
Cody?
been to Divallo yet? Divalvo? How do you say it?
Diavallo. So it's
Yeah.
Diavallo. Yep.
Divallo, yeah.
Absolutely love that course.
Yeah. It's amazing.
However, I did play it. I've only played it once so far, and it's just because I've been traveling for tournaments and then getting ready for new ones, and I'm back, and then I'm getting ready for another one, or I'm giving lessons or whatever it is, and it takes up a lot of my time. So I played my first casual round in like 2 weeks yesterday, and then one this morning. But it's a beautiful course. 22 holes. You can create 18-hole layouts. You can create hard holes. You have some easier holes, and it can be scored on, and you can fall apart on that course. But for me, it's just a challenging Clayton, and I love Clayton, so I go for it all the time. Absolutely love it. Cannot wait to keep playing it.
Sounds like you need to be giving Cody lessons.
Cody?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
Cody's
my boy
that-
right here below me lives up in Raleigh.
He said,
Yeah, that guy right there.
Cody, we need to link up and play sometime, man.
Yeah.
Come here.
No, yeah, we definitely will. I definitely will.
Hope so.
Clayton's a little. I'm in Durham, so Clayton's a little bit of a drive for me, but it's
I don't have to play Clayton, man. There's courses all over the place. I'll
Yeah.
play all over.
Austin.
What's up? What's next?
Dude, what's your favorite course in Georgia? You ever played in Georgia?
I have.
Okay.
What you
and what's the favorite?
Well, it's been a while, man. So just to put it in a backstory, I realize I have a lot of these for you.
That's good. No,
that's the whole point. That's the whole point.
We're gonna kick them off
Awesome.
after like 2 hours, so yeah, it's fine.
Perfect. So I've been playing for a long time. My dad got me into the sport, blah, 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 blah. But as I was getting more interested in it, he would wake me up one of the days that he didn't have work at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and we'd go drive to courses. And I'd fall asleep on the way there. And then I'd wake up, be like, all right, time to play 3 rounds of golf at different courses that are near here, and then drive back home.
Nice.
And so I have played in Georgia. Do I remember the Georgia courses? No.
Okay.
Not in a mean way. I just
Fair enough. Fair enough.
No tournaments. No tournaments down here?
do what?
You haven't played a tournament down here, obviously.
I'm not sure. What's some of your bigger ones?
We don't have
Well,
any.
you probably
Nah, that's
you
a
might
good
have
point.
played the
IDGC, maybe
NT last year.
Oh yeah, I love Appling, Georgia.
Okay, yeah, Apple.
I
yeah,
played the disc golf center, so we play the Southeastern or
Yeah, Collegiate is out at IDGC.
yeah. Oh, actually, on my wall here, we're gonna take a field trip for a second.
Oh, okay. Cool. Sounds good.
Okay, sorry for all of you that get.
This is now Cribs with Raven Newsom.
So this is my Southeastern Collegiate Open trophies. I was the 2019 individual champion and 2019 team champion. But so we play a loop. We play Ed Hedrick, all of Ed Hedrick, and then the front 9 of Warner.
Okay.
And so you get 27 holes. And I shot 20 under and shot like the course record for it. Guess what this was rated, by the way? I was angry. Take your best guess.
Yeah, I bet. No, I can already tell you it's probably 10-20 because the Ed Hedrick course rates out so bad.
So bad.
What do you think? What do you guys think?
I'm
I said
going
10-20.
1035 after hearing
I'm gonna go.
Matt
I'm gonna go with
Lack.
1001.
1001. So 1023 rated. However,
Yeah.
guess what I shot at Ed Hedrick?
18 down.
No, that would have been crazy. I shot 16 at Ed Hedrick and 4 on the front 9 of Warner. And I tell you what, if it had just been Ed Hedrick at 16 under, it would have been like a 1070 rated route.
Oh yeah.
No, it wouldn't have, dude,
it's not.
because
I did
John Matlack shot 18 under and got 1030.
see, but I looked at it at the Hall of Fame Classic when it was at Ed Hedrick, and I think it was like 2016. I could be wrong on that. And it was
No, yeah, you're right. No, it was 2017
You're right.
was the
I
year
filmed
we
it.
played
I filmed
Ed
that. I
Hedrick.
filmed that event.
Yeah,
That
and I
feels-
remember it being like way higher, and I remember being very angry because it was in a collegiate thing. I was like, "Are you kidding?" But all of our propagators were way low rated, so there was no real chance. I won outright by 5 strokes, and I was like, "There's still no chance."
That's crazy.
Hedrick's that course that you can shoot 18 down and get a 10-20 rated.
Yeah, that's a real heartbreaker. But I am a huge fan of the IDGC. Absolutely love it. Jackson, beautiful course. I cannot wait to play that course now that I'm higher than 960 because it used to eat my lunch when I'm coming for it next time. I cannot wait.
You and I both wish they would run the NT there again.
Oh my gosh, why is the Hall of Fame Classic done? I don't get it.
Sad. We got to talk to state coordinator.
That's a whole different wormhole, and we will go into this while we play around together next time I see you.
Sounds great. I was about to say I don't really know anything about it. That was more of just like a frustration, not like a question. I was like,
I love the guys down there, and I'm not going to blast them on the internet.
So, fun question time.
Bring it.
I know you saw Pablo bought a McLaren.
Yeah, I did.
If you were making Pablo money, what would you be riding around in?
What would I buy? Man, a moped.
No, you wouldn't. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, just kidding. Let's see. If
A Bugatti?
I had
A
Pablo
Bugatti
dollars,
motorcycle?
I don't know, man. I've never been a super car guy, but I tell you what, I want a Lamborghini so bad. I would totally ride around in a Lamborghini.
The Murcielago, man.
I'd roll up to the disc golf courses and take up like 2 spots where you park in the middle of one.
Oh, yeah. You have to.
And it's just going to say on the bottom, Bird Boy, so they know that it's me, right? So they're
Bird
like,
Boy.
don't park next to the Raven. Like, that's the hardest car.
Dude,
It's
how
going
are
to
you
be like
gonna-
black and purple with the little front grill.
You're darn right it is. Like, I love it.
Dude, it's like you have the script because the next question I have is, first of all, how many "That's So Raven" jokes do you hear in a day? Like ungodly amounts of them?
I about left this audio chat.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say, like, has anyone had a funny one, or are they all just like hit you
No,
in the
and
face
it's
with
so
a pie,
funny because
stupid?
they're like, "Oh, that's so Raven," and then they're like, and I'm just like, "How clever do you think you are?" Or then other times I'll be like, "Are you happy that you said that?" Like once it gets like quiet, like they'll be like, "Oh, that's so Raven," and then he's like, and then I just look around like, "Are you happy that you said that? Like, is that you're good with that, right?"
Yeah. Did you?
Are you like psychic? Do you like predict this stuff's going to happen?
Probably not. But
God.
I'm just
People-
kidding. That's a
yeah.
so Raven joke.
people like, oh my gosh, and they think they're the first one that's done it, and they're like, "Oh,
Every time.
that's so Raven." I'm like, yes, I was a black girl on Disney Channel. Congrats, you got me.
Makes sense. Oh,
Good
so
stuff. It got boring after 5 years old. Like,
so you're gonna put Bird Boy on the Lambo,
yeah.
but somebody said you had a nickname, Creamed Corn. Is that a nickname?
Oh yeah. So that's a long-standing interview, or that's a long-standing thing. When I was like 12 years old, I'm not even sure my older brother remembers this, but we were like arguing about the team names that we could be, right? And so he picked one, and I tried to be Cream Corn. He's like, "You can't be Cream Corn," and I was like, "No, I'm gonna be Cream Corn." He's like, "You'll never win anything as Cream Corn," and I was like, "So I've been Creamed Corn for the last like." Every time I have a chance to pick a team name, it's Creamed Corn, just so that I know if I win anything, I'll be like, "Suck it!" Like
You're in for the long con there. I love that.
Oh yeah. And so on the MVP page, when we like did our profiles, they were like, you pick your name, you're like your first and your last name, and then if you have a nickname or what you go by. And I was like, well,
Cream corn.
Wow.
Cream Corn.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right, dude. So I make you the president of the PDGA for a week.
Oh
What is
god.
the first thing you're gonna do?
Re-implement Hall of Fame Classic.
that
Okay.
was a great
And
answer.
next,
Thank you. You said next? Oh my gosh.
and next. What's the next thing you're gonna do?
Man.
Yeah, I'm gonna put you on the hot spot. I want to know
It's okay. I just don't.
what's something you see wrong in the PDGA that you would want to change.
I don't.
Like maybe-
I honestly, no, it's okay. So honestly, I have a hard time saying anything is right or wrong. I really do. I feel like it's hard in certain situations. Like you can look at it in 2 ways and be like, "Oh, there's a reason this is right and there's a reason that this could be wrong. Like, it's entirely possible. Personally, I would love to see more more ideals pushing towards getting more money into the sport. I feel like to make it more lucrative for the pros, it'll bring more players in to continue to try and play, and we'll see more growth in the sport. So pushing out advertising and pushing out individual, like linking to different companies, not just player sponsorships, but talking to other larger companies about trying to funnel different things in. I would love to see that, but how realistic that is, not high. Like, I get it.
I mean, you know what the P stands for in front of PDGA, right?
Yeah, professional. Like, I get it.
Okay. I mean, it's just like it's in front of us. Why are we not like replicating what is the PGA?
Yeah, and I think
we've got a blueprint straight in front of us. I don't know why we don't do it.
Yeah, and it's entirely possible to do it, and but it's not something that comes easy, and it's not something that we can just be like, yeah, like buy all of this stuff for us. But being able to create a marketing team or an advertising team or people that go out and talk to other companies about bringing ideals and stuff into the sport, bringing more money, bringing more concepts, it will completely revolutionize where we are. And if we think things are changing because of COVID, which they are, because so many more players are into playing disc golf because of it, how the drastic change that will come in disc golf when a C tier gives you a $2,000 payday is going to be absurd. It's going to be absurd. We are going to have you will see people that have been writing this off for a long time be like, you know what? This is something I can do. This is something I can appreciate. And there will be so much more respect for the sport as we get more money into it. It's not an easy thing to do, but I think it would be a really cool thing to have happen.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming.
I think that's something that's definitely down the road.
That's why I'm getting in now.
No kidding, dude. No kidding. Like, I'm 30 fucking years old. I'm doing the same damn thing.
Yeah.
No, but all right. So reverse. I make you the president MVP.
Oh,
Disc
God.
sports for a week.
That's a dangerous game you're playing, sir.
What are you doing? What are you doing with the keys to the factory, Charlie?
So recently we redoubled. We actually invested 4 times the amount into manufacturing than we had before. So we almost quadrupled what our manufacturing facilities were producing. And so right now we are trying to run discs as quickly as possible. I would see. They said, "Don't let Steve see this." Steve, it's okay. I'm doing my best. Just understand I have pressure right now. But I would love to see an increased production in discs. I know it's a big want right now. I know we have a lot of back orders, but I would look at being able to produce more in any ways that we can, or taking pre-orders and as they are coming in, sending them out, different things like that. Because typically we are doing a restock and then people are buying from them.
This is your MBA talking, isn't it?
A bit.
A bit?
I'm a big fan of business, and it's awesome. When I started running lessons out here in Raleigh, I felt bad, so I entered the market, and I was like doing $30 an hour for a session. I was like, that seems reasonable. Great, whatever. And so put them out there in the first hour and like, I think it was like hour and 28 minutes is what I like talked it at. And I had 27 appointments that I'd made. Wow. And I was like, okay, this is going to take up a lot of my time. I need to see what the actual market value is of what I'm doing, and then rework that into how I'm doing now. And so I didn't know what lessons were really going for. So I reached out to other people that were doing lessons and talked, and I was like, oh my gosh. And so, well, first I had emailed my professor, and I was like, hey, like, what is it that I need to be doing? I'm finding I'm getting too much influx of people to do, or like that is taking up a lot of my time. And I want to retain the same amount of income with less time. So what is it something that I can do to do that? And so he was like, you have to find out the market value for what you're doing, then up the market, and then make deals, make different things like that are going to make it easier for people to want that. And so now I'm able to run almost 8 to 10 lessons a week and they're at $40-$45 an hour in that like range. So it's allowing me to be able to do more without taking as much of my time and still retain the same type of profit. So it was huge having a business degree or a business mentality coming into stuff like this.
Yeah.
Is awesome. It's so nice because it allows me to, I have a disc golf spreadsheet of all of the money I've ever won, all of the money that's ever gone out, all of this stuff. And I am in the green these days, which is awesome, but it's something that allows me to track it. And I've been money management since I was a little kid. I did all the Dave Ramsey's. I did all of your reading your financial books, like Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Like I did it. I learned.
Debt snowball, baby. You got to get that debt snowball.
Oh, and it's so good for you. It's so good for you. And
Yeah, dude,
I
huge.
have just,
That's huge.
I was about to say, I transitioned it into disc golf and turning into something that will be profitable for me over time. And so, yes, my MBA definitely plays a factor.
Especially in a game, the margins are so small when you're trying to tour and limit your showers and limit your food. Like,
Yes.
that's going to come in handy on the road for sure.
Yes.
Everyone's gonna be looking at me like, "Yo, Raven, let me hold the dollar, man. Let me hold $5, Raven. You got the money. You're
And he's gonna say no every time.
like,
Yeah.
no, that's not it. It's not on my spreadsheet. My budget is not.
It's not on my spreadsheet. I have it
No,
on line.
That's not on my
I can show you
spreadsheet.
my Google Doc on my phone, bro. You're not a line item in my
Yes,
in my
thank you.
KPI. It's not.
Have you gotten into my schedule yet, or like you're not there yet?
You're not there yet.
You're not yet. Sorry.
Flush that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, we ask everybody this. It's my favorite question.
Bring
Who
it.
Who would be your celebrity doubles partner?
So,
Non-disc golfer.
non-disc golfer,
Live or
celebrity
dead?
double?
Non-disc golf celebrity doubles partner.
Oh gosh. That's a thinker. I love it though. Give me just 1 second. I'll figure it out.
Yeah. A lot of people say Bill Murray because they just think Caddyshack. We've had that. I love. Somebody said Snoop Dogg, and he's like, "Well, he's built. He's long and lanky, so he's gonna have snap."
That's
Oh
was like-
no.
Yeah, I've got Adam Sandler already, so you can't have him.
Good. I don't need a doubles partner that's good.
Right. You want a fun one? That's
I don't
not
want
the
one. I
point.
want one that's gonna have a blast.
No, that's the whole point of a celebrity doubles partner because they're not going to be good.
Exactly. And so the reason every time I play doubles is I treat it as singles, and then if my partner shot's better, we take him. Like, hell yeah, dude, good shit. Like, that's great.
well, yeah.
So Kevin Hart, hands
Yeah,
down.
All right.
yeah, you're bringing him just for the comedic value.
Oh yes,
Keep it light.
because he'd be roasting the other team and me.
Oh
And
yeah,
it'd be
yeah,
great.
yeah. You're like, what the fuck are you doing, dude?
Exactly.
Give him some milk. He needed some milk.
So-
Oh man.
Oh man. That's
Okay,
good.
I like that.
That's a great answer. That's a good one. Okay, I gotta know.
I need
You
people
have
that
any good?
morally keep me going. Sorry, do I?
What's that?
I need people that morally keep me upbeat.
Oh
If I
right,
can-
yeah.
if I can be having a blast.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I will do better than most people.
I mean,
it's
to be
nice be
fair-
able to have that.
To be fair, I think Snoop Dogg was a good answer on that quality as well. Snoop Dogg's gonna keep you
All
upbeat.
of the answers you guys picked were good.
Yeah.
Like
I
that's
think Run the Jewels is my new answer. I think I've changed my. I just want LP and Killer Mike to come out and play around.
nice.
Okay,
I'd be
you
down
got
for
any?
that.
You got any good Isaac Robinson stories? You know that guy at all? You ever hang out with that dude?
I like Isaac.
Yeah.
Great dude. I have not
You
spent.
gotta
a
watch
whole-
out for him in collegiates here soon.
So I am no longer allowed to play collegiate golf.
Oh,
Really,
I don't
because
think
now
I-
you're a qualified touring disc golfer.
I'm a premier. I will be considered a premier pro at the end of the year. So I will no longer be allowed to play any AM events ever.
that's bittersweet.
Yeah, quite. So I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but it definitely hurts a little bit. But Isaac, fantastic player, nothing but the best. We like talked at Idlewild, but I've actually never really got to play around with him. We've hung out at Idlewild, we had a good time, but other than that, I have not really got to spend a whole lot of time with him. Super supportive.
Yeah, I've been getting my ass whooped by that kid since he was 15.
He's nasty. He's so good. He's so
He's-
good.
He doesn't take his time. It's not
It's
fair.
demoralizing, isn't it?
It's demoralizing.
Just walks up there and bangs it, and you're like, "What? Come on, dude!" Like,
Well, if you know his dad, like his dad will literally like finish a tournament round and like will go run the course and play it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
19
one of those.
minutes. He finished the course in 19 minutes.
So
And
like he'll
like
shoot
200.
he'll shoot 6 over in the tournament round, and he'll go out there and run, and he'll come up like old tomato face and like beet face, and he's just like, Yeah, I just saw 6 down, and I think I finished it in 15 minutes. And I was like, why didn't you do that in the tournament round?
Yeah, the disc.
And he was like, I wasn't running.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. That's okay.
Yeah.
You can just make them run from here on out.
You know, we wanted to shout out to some of the local Georgia boys, and we didn't want to shout out Matt Dollar, so we went with Isaac Robinson. So, yeah.
I love Matt Dollar.
I do like Matt.
We don't want to shout him out. No, we're good. We can leave the Matt Dollar stories alone.
Okay, well, that guy sucks.
He's our Horcrux. We're just not going to talk about him. He's like
Matt's cool. He's just not cool on the disc golf course.
He's cool. Anyway, fun question.
Bring it. What's your funny question?
Austin, you got a good one. We got to know. You're a Dirty South
You've
guy.
been to Waffle House, yeah?
Yeah, we have Waffle House here, guys.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. You know, North Carolina's kind of like that. Nobody can decide. It's just like Georgia. Nobody can decide who their vote is. What's the Waffle House order?
Oh, man. I get the sausage, egg, and cheese hash brown bowl. It's so good.
That sausage there is. That's
give
what
it a little bit of ketchup, mix it around, give it some cheese, and just.
Do you fuck with the Waffle House?
So the favorite
sauce?
condiment's ketchup.
No, but in this case, probably. I wouldn't want anything else in my hash brown bowl.
Right.
You're so bad at
ketchup on eggs.
Dude,
Come on.
What's your favorite condiment? Overall, you only get to pick one.
Probably honey mustard, man. I eat that on a lot.
All right.
There we
Honey
go.
mustard's good.
Yeah,
That's
I
a good
could fucking eat. It's either that or mayo. I don't know.
No, stop.
Mayo's good, man. I am with you. Mayo
It's
is
mayo.
delicious.
I had to throw the mayo in there, bro.
Yeah, mayo's
I
good.
hate Miracle Whip, too.
Miracle
I
Whip's
love
trash.
mayo.
Yeah, Miracle Whip's trash. It's not. It's not mayo.
That's not mayonnaise. That's garbage.
That's not mayo.
Dukes, Hellman's, or GTFO. That's it.
Dukes is
Yeah,
the best. Dukes is the
Dukes
one.
is superior. All right. Enough of the mayo.
You know why Dukes is good, though? Because they sponsor NASCAR.
I don't. That's not
Oh,
true.
dude,
about
homeboy
all
said
I go
add
and watch the
chili to
highlights
that.
of people
that
who-
hash
Dude, that's
brown
not-
bowl?
Cigarettes sponsor NASCAR. That's not good. There's bad
Thank you.
logic.
That
There's
is
bad
a-
logic.
That is why I can never say one thing is right or wrong. That's it. That for that reason right there. You're like, well, cigarettes sponsors it too. You're like,
The
yeah.
Winston Cup Series. Winston.
I
Yeah.
understand it.
I'm a fan of Raven Newsom. He can never say right or wrong. I'm a
Right? Yeah,
fan.
that should be your logo. We
He's
should
gonna
make
be
you a logo.
I mean, I'm kind of the same way. Like, I don't hate either party
Nope,
at anything.
can't
Like,
do it.
I think everybody's great.
I have the hardest time believing that one thing is right the whole time. Like the only thing that 100%
Except Miracle Whip is not man.
Yeah,
That's
that's 100%
That.
right.
But like,
That's a philosophical absolute. Is Miracle Whip is trash.
thank you.
Yeah.
Glad we're all on the same page right now. Miracle Whip
Yeah.
sucks.
Okay. Speaking of food,
Oh,
you just won an event. What is your go-to celebratory meal and drink?
So I didn't really have a celebratory meal because I was disappointed with my finish. I felt like
Well, if you win, if you win a
if I
tournament,
win,
No, if you win a tournament, what
I thought
do
were
you
talking
eat?
about the last one. I'm sorry. Somehow I got that confused. So, celebratory meal. I'm a big fan of. I really like tacos. I will go to a Mexican restaurant and eat some food, and I will drink a margarita because I love margaritas.
If you don't like
Chardonnay.
drinking margaritas and listening to Katy Perry, if drinking margarita, what does he say? If drinking
Are you talking
margaritas
about
and listening to
my
Katy
birthday?
Perry is gay, then who wants to be straight?
what? What are you even talking about?
That's
I know
that's
what
from
you're
the
talking about.
campaign.
It's
That's
the
from the campaign.
Yes.
Yeah, he said if drinking margaritas and listening to Katy Perry is gay, then who wants to be
No,
straight?
It's not the campaign. It's the interview, and it's
The interview.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yes.
it. Yeah.
and they're talking to Kim Jong Un in it.
Yes. Yeah. If listening, yeah, that's it. That's it.
I thought
That shit
you
smells like guacamole.
Firework. That song. Oh, I
Oh,
love
that's
it.
right. Fireworks all up in that movie.
Yes. That's it. 100%.
I do like margaritas.
But yeah, dude, I love some margs.
they give me heart.
We usually drink breakfast. We usually have Tropicalia. That's our normal. Okay, we're. I know you've got to go soon. We're gonna try to wrap this up as fast.
No,
as we
you're
can.
actually good. It's looking like it's going to be pushed back later, so I got time.
Okay. Cool. Well, then
Don't let her bail on you. Don't let her bail on
Don't
you.
let her bail. We got to get out of here. Raven has a date tonight. We have to end this before his date, so that's why.
I would call him out.
Well, I'm not calling him out. Like this is legit. This is fine. He's a young college male who's having a date. It's a thing.
I'm having a blast, man.
It's normal. It's whatever. So we asked this question of everybody, and we kind of leave it up to you. Who are your top 3 disc golfers? And you can qualify that however you want. You can say these are the best. These are the most fun to play with. These are the tallest. However you want to say it. Who are the 3 disc golfers you want to talk about on the show tonight?
Okay. Top 3 disc golfers. All right. Number 1 that I'm sure everyone says, and so I'm not going to say it, is Simon. We lost one.
No, he had I think he's doing a break. He's fine. We're good.
Man, shoot. All right, whatever. I was just looking to razz him, but all right. So next one.
No, he literally wrote in the chat, "P break, go for it." So,
what a guy! All right. So I'm not gonna say Simon. I'm thinking Kevin Jones, one of my favorite people to watch play disc golf.
that straddle
He
putt
is a good-looking dude. He is strong. That man throws consistent.
Mhm.
He's not known for his inside the circle putts. However, he is a nasty jump putter, right? And that is probably what I am best at in disc golf is putting. My inside the circle putts are really good, but my jump putting has gotten pretty solid, which I like.
It's easy to be a good disc golfer when you are confident in putting.
It's so much easier. It's so much easier. If
you're not scared of 40 feet, you're a way better disc golfer.
Yeah, if you throw a 550-foot tee shot and you have a 30-foot look and you miss it for eagle, you're like, wow. And the one guy that throws 250 gets there and then gets the same score as you, and you're like, why do I play this game?
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
Why do I exert
90 years
so much
old and
energy
he's beating
in
me
this
right
snap?
now? Yeah. But yeah, so Kevin Jones, fantastic player, good-looking guy, and he has been one of my favorite players to watch for a long time. I got him to sign one of my discs at USDGC last year when he won Dean's Cup. That was really cool, and I got to talk with him for like 30 minutes. It was a lot of fun. We talked about college disc golf. We talked about the future of what disc golf was going to be, and it was a lot of fun. And then I got to play on a card with him at Jomez, and he was he was super nice to me, and it was cool because I was in an environment where it was like that guy.
Yeah.
So I was in an environment where I was out of my element. I play good golf. I play with good golfers, but playing with really good golfers on a feature card at a challenging course is different.
That's a lot of weight.
There is a lot of weight, and he was very cool about. I mean, he texted me before the round started, and I asked him, and like we talked, and then I was like, hey, like, when am I supposed to show up? Like, when do I have to do my things? And he was like super nice to me. He made me feel included during the round. Like, it's so easy for you to just go and be like, these are my friends I play with a lot. This is that random kid that gets on Jomez because he's on MVP or whatever it is. But like, I made it on there and I played well, and that's fine. But it was so cool to be able to have. He allowed me to almost be a part of it, and that was really cool. Hanging out with him and Garrett Gerthy was a lot of fun. Eagle doesn't talk a whole lot during that, but it was a lot of fun being able to talk to Garrett and Kevin, and it was just all because Kevin, and so he's definitely helped, I don't know, my growth and my love in the game, which was really cool.
Yeah. Eagle seems intense. Yeah.
Yeah, debatably. He's super nice. I had a blast. He just doesn't like to talk a whole lot during his rounds. He's a very focused person. And I feel like when you're 1050, you can be whatever you want to. Like,
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you're one of those guys.
So you got 2 more.
Yeah, so two more. Ricky.
Ricky.
Even though I already talked about him, but I mean, without him, I would not be here. And I watch all of them play. I've watched him play my whole career, and it's just fascinating. He brings so many elements to the game and just brings a whole ideal on putting, and it should be putting oriented. If you can't putt, you're in trouble out there. And then the third person, definitely on the spot here. Michael Johansson. That's not even a question.
Duh. That's not even a question. You're from North Carolina, bro.
Oh my gosh, MJ is the man, the man. Modeling my spin putt after his putt, mind you.
Okay.
But I'm getting there. But I watch Johansson
Same.
putt, and then I'll implement it, and then I'll watch him putt, and then I'll implement it, and I'll try and sit there and make it work. And it's awesome. And he is such a good player. Probably not even probably, the best gap hitter of anyone in the world. And you can argue that all you want to, but MJ, he will give anyone a run for their money. Backhand gap hit, nobody better.
MJ is so rad, and there's a huge following down here in Atlanta for MJ too, because we're just like, he's East Coast 100. Like, this is what East Coast disc golf looks like. Him and Fish, we love Fish too.
Oh, I love Andrew Fish.
I love Fish.
He came on the show and he was incredible.
Yeah, Fish is my guy.
Fish is rad. Fish helped put in Perkerson Park, which is like the only course in Atlanta, so we all love Fish, of course. Okay, so 2 kind of hot questions. I'm gonna ask you quick. You don't have to explain if you don't want to. Who's the GOAT in MPO and who's the GOAT in FPO?
So people are going to disagree with me with FPO.
They disagree with me too.
Everyone says Paige Pierce. I'm sure everyone says it.
No.
Oh,
Got some Sarah
all
here.
the way off. My bad.
Sorry.
I think Elaine King is the GOAT.
Nice.
Oh,
Right.
yeah?
She has the most wins of anyone. That's men and women.
I love it. I love it, Lane.
Across the boards. She's just a phenomenal person, and she's on MVP, repping MVP.
And you got Sarah Hokum, who's a friend of the show, which was awesome.
Sarah Hokum was so much fun to hang out with at MVP Open.
Okay.
We stayed in the same house. Like, vibing with her was so cool. I had a blast hanging out with that girl. Amazing person. But then as far as, so it's FPO next?
Well, no, I mean, if you think the female GOAT and the male GOAT, like Kenny or Pablo.
Yeah, who's the male goat? You said Elaine's the female.
Yes. So male guy.
Who's the goat? Is it Kenny or Pablo?
It's got to be Simon. You can sit there and say that it is Garrett. You can say it's Paul. You can say it's Ricky. And I'm
Kenny
sure
Climo.
Okay, but hold on now. You said the GOAT. So I'm
The
thinking
GOAT,
of the person that is going to be the greatest of all time in revolutionizing our sport. And the person that has revolutionized our sport, minus Ken Climo, right?
Mhm.
But Simon is taking the social media aspect of disc golf and elevating it to the next level. He is bringing in more ideals, more concepts from other people that we have not seen before, because he is broadcasting what happens in disc golf to hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people, right?
I
And
love that
how many
answer.
actual disc golfers do that or try to do that. Whole different ballgame. He is the social media god of disc golf right now. And if you really think about it, that's really true. Like, he is there and he is running what it should be. And so
Brody stole his thunder, but Simon built it.
a bit, yeah. And then Simon took it back.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
He really did.
He already hit 100,000 subscribers on YouTube.
He did.
Everybody was like, "This Brody guy is good, but what does a real good disc golfer look like?"
I didn't say that, but
I'm saying it. Rob's saying it right now. Simon's so good, dude.
yeah,
I watch every one of those videos he posts.
Simon's nasty, man. He's so
He got
good.
his homeboy sponsored, dude. That guy who's in all his
Casey
videos
White?
got a full.
Did you know he won an A tier? Out
Yeah, I
of the blue. Had
I
no
heard.
idea before he got picked up, and I was like,
Wow.
really?
Yeah.
Apparently
I mean,
still-
good for him.
yeah, my man. But just out
Listen,
of the
man,
blue.
I'm gonna get picked up, but it's because I talk a lot on the internet. Honestly, if
Oh.
I get hooked up,
Yeah.
that's what it's gonna be for.
You're one of those guys that's always going to get the AM package every year.
Yeah, I'm gonna get
Exactly.
I'm gonna get the pro. I'm gonna get a pro stamp on a pro Wraith every year. That's one of those, and that's it. That's all. I'm
There it is. Do you have a specific company you're going to be sponsored by?
Innova, 100%. I'm getting the polecat. The polecat's gonna be my signature disc.
It's going to be your
100%.
newer series.
Dude,
Oh God, listen to this guy.
I'm getting the polecat.
Like, I got the
I would buy 3 of them just as support.
They'll make me a KC Pro polecat. Oh my god!
I'd hang them on the wall. I'd be like,
I hang it on the wall with an Adam W signature. We call it a day.
I'm telling you straight up, polecats, baby.
Life is made.
The polecat's my disc. That's my baby. That's what I do. I do.
All right, Raven.
I do
I'm gonna include you in part of my hot take for the night. But
Okay.
I know you're a damn good jump putter or
Yeah,
step putter.
Mhm.
Do you believe
So
the step putt needs to be removed from disc golf?
Nope.
Thank you.
Of course you don't. Of course you don't.
No, and you're gonna say, and people will sit there and tell me that it is, or say that it's because I'm good at it, it's because I'm used it, because I'm biased towards it. However, I think disc golf, I think that putting has been developed over a long period of time, and to then choose that because people are starting to get good at it, that you need to change how it is a terrible thing.
Yeah.
I think it's more so we're a self-officiating sport, and it's so hard to call somebody on a foot fault and not feel like an asshole for being like, "Yo, dude, your foot was in the air when you released that putt. That's not a legal putt."
So
Like,
the only people that care about that, are people that troll the internet. Not in a mean way, but I'm serious. People that troll,
you're right.
people that don't play in those situations at that level. Because when you look at these pro players and you see them, how often they're like, "Oh, that's a step putt. Oh, that's a falling putt. Oh, blah, 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 blah." The only time that it's really a foot fault, you never see it called on a putt. And it's not because no one ever messes it up. It's because you still have to make that putt. You still have to do it. And in the pro field, it's like, yes, we're not supposed to do it. And in the field, you're really not supposed to do it. But who are you to sit there and stare straight at their feet the whole time and get in their head while they're trying to play disc golf? Like, personally, I think however you let it go is up to you. Like, that is your job. You still have to make it, and you still have to get in a routine, and you still have to learn how to do it over and over. What's that extra 1 inch that you might be getting really giving you? It gives you a better chance of throwing it over the basket. I can tell you that much. Like, it's just it's like that's entirely, you can sit there and be upset about it all you want to. But, like, honestly, like, yes, we have rules, and rules are slowly pushed back every once in a while, and it is lenient. Like, that is one of those rules that's lenient. It has to be called by the group. There's not a set stipulation every time that makes it a thing, and that's one of the reasons I
Well,
love
the
it.
new rules say that it takes one person to call it, and it's a viable putt. And don't get it wrong, don't get it twisted. I am a fucking jump putter. I'm a step putter, like 100% through and through.
Oh,
Like
yeah, and I'm
I
not-
make those putts from 33 feet with a little jump through. No bullshit.
Yeah,
But-
and I won't sit there and, like, I don't know. I'm not attacking anyone that doesn't do it. I just mean, I feel like you still have to make that putt regardless of how you're doing it.
Yes. Yeah.
You still have to do it, and you still have to practice it one way. So definitely practice it the correct way. But when it's that close, like, come on.
I personally just feel it's just like so close to call somebody on that. Like,
Then why do it?
we're self-officiating as we are
Yeah.
in PDGA. So you feel like an asshole calling somebody on a foot fault. Like, I played with a dude over the weekend who 3-putted 12 out of the 22 holes.
Oof.
And he also foot faulted on 22 of the 22 holes.
That's
And
something that I would take.
it's like,
after
but
the
it's like,
third time seeing it, and
dude.
be like, hey, like, something you should work on, not something I'm going to call because it's not impacting the game really. However, I feel like this is something you should be working on, or something you should see and try and make a conscious adjustment of.
But meanwhile, I'm shooting 7 down and dude's like 12 over through the first 12 holes. And like, that's not something I'm trying to imply in my game.
Exactly, and that's why that's something that I would take them aside for and not call them on. I feel like those are two entirely different things, and
It goes whole back to the self-officiating thing though too.
Yes,
You know, it's
exactly. Or you can talk to someone else on the card and be like, "Hey, like, are you seeing this too?" And if
just like, we all saw it. We all came together and we're like, yeah, we see it, and like, no, we're not going to say anything because this is this dude's first tournament.
But then, yeah,
We're just going to let him do his thing.
Who is he hurting doing his thing? Like, come on.
No, we weren't. But he was also getting mad that he was throwing that animal. That's a different wormhole. We're getting.
Well, and that opens it up. Like, let's say the guy's being a jerk and he also foot faults. Like, if two guys foot fault on a card and one's a jerk and one's not, which one he calling? That's also an issue.
Yeah, but that's where the game of disc golf over time develops moral character, moral fiber.
Etiquette, we talked about.
It's cycling back to that for sure.
Opinion of the person be like, yeah, no, he's foot faulting. Like,
Right.
all right.
This
Really?
guy's
need to
foot
say
faulting
something.
over here, everybody. Like that.
Oh my gosh. So just on a side,
It's just hard to call it on somebody who's in like the heat of the moment. Like we're battling for strokes and somebody step putts, and I feel like his foot was in the air before he released, and I'm
And
just
there's
like,
$2,000 on the line or $600 on the
Dude,
line.
I used
yeah,
to
there's
film
20.
it.
Let's say there's 20 grand on the line with GGPT, and it's just like, do you say something?
yeah.
I used
and
to
a
be there with the
DGP,
camera watching.
Sure, but
Hard
see,
to
that's
tell.
illegal. That part's illegal. You have to watch it after.
You can't use
No, I know,
camera.
but
You
I'm
can't
saying
use camera.
I was the closest person on some of the putts, and I can't even tell. Like I'm
Yeah, well,
zooming in
Right.
on them,
But yeah, the cameraman can't call you. It's got to be all card mates.
and then people
Like-
go back and watch my footage in slow motion, and they're like, "Oh, that was a foot fault," and I was like, "Bro, were you there?"
This blade of grass and the dude on the grassy knoll. and the second shooter.
All right, we got.
Yeah, that's it for me.
No, you're all good. And I honestly think it's a good thing to do. And I think it's good to consciously be aware of what you can and can't do when you're putting, what you can and can't do when you're throwing. However, there needs to be some leniency with it. And a lot of people, the people that really care about it, I have found are like really try hard intermediates and high level rec players, not in a mean way, but it's true. Like you will see them and they will be like, no, that was a foot fault. Nope. Your feet aren't 12 inches long. It's not 33 steps for you. It's not 11 steps for you to be outside the circle. I'm just like,
I just personally think the step putt, jump putt should be to 40 feet, no longer 33.
sure. And
That's
I mean,
me personally.
Now we have three
that
measurements.
doesn't change
We have three
anything
measurements
to
we have
me.
make.
It doesn't. And it will change for some people, and that's completely fine. And I could even see it moving up to 50 feet. But it's like you learn a stroke and you repeat it. And you
Right.
just have stipulations on how to do it. Right. And so my inside 50 stroke, probably is pretty consistent. But going outside of that, I'll step putt from 45 feet and out most of the time. That is something that I will do, that I am confident.
Yeah, I'll do the same damn thing 100%. If I'm outside of 40, I'm definitely jumping.
Because it's just simple, it's smooth, and there's nothing that feels easier than hitting a 50-foot stepper a lot of times because it's just like,
You're damn right. There's nothing better than Tiger walking it in.
I was about to say, and like one of my favorite things this weekend, it was so much fun. I was playing, and one of the guys in our local club, we were on like the 18th hole, and it's a 27-hole course. So we're on the 18th hole, and he was spotting for us, and he goes, it was really funny. I'd thrown a bad upshot. I like slipped on some like mud, threw a bad upshot, and was like 45 feet away, 50 feet away, and I was the furthest one out playing with Corey Ellis and Paul and Colton, and I was like, oh my god, I'm about to drop a stroke on this hole. Are you kidding me? And so I drained the step putt, like right in the heart, and like out of my hand, I just started walking it down, and like went over there, grabbed it, walked it back, and then like smiled, and Ty Bursky looks at me, he goes, so nerves aren't really a thing for you, are they? It's like, man, I came to play disc golf, right? And then Corey missed his like 30-footer, and I was like, what the heck? But it's nothing better than walking down that putt when you're the furthest out and just be like, yep, got it.
Yeah,
Like,
and there's
and you,
nothing
like,
better than big
snap, and
putting
then
some
you keep
people.
going, and you're like, I'm just gonna keep walking. It's perfect.
Especially when you need to stroke.
All right, we are gonna try to wrap this up pretty quick. First and foremost, do you have New Year's Eve plans yet?
I'm probably going to be with my family, but not specifically why.
All right, because we are probably going to do some like weird New Year's Eve amalgam show where we give everybody the link and they just pop in for a couple minutes and like cheers us. Would you be interested in coming on the New Year's show?
I could give y'all some cheers. I'd have different than wine going on. I'm sure I'd be in the liquor drug stage, but I'm into it.
All right, well,
That's
good
what
deal.
we're going
We
for.
are writing you down on it. So
That's what we're going for.
I like it.
All right, last question. We ask everybody. Nobody's ever prepared for this one.
I
Do you
didn't
have
watch any of your videos, so I'm really not prepared.
that's why you're not wearing sunglasses.
Or
I know, I'm a little heartbroken that you didn't give me a fair warning.
No, we never like. So there's a wall of shame of guests who didn't have sunglasses, and it's like Katrina Allen, Sarah Holcomb, like Barry Schultz. world champion. You're
Everybody
good
in the
company.
last like
You're
6
in very good
months.
company.
Dickerson.
Dickerson has
No,
some-
Dickerson wears sunglasses.
Put them on once.
Yes, what a guy. I needed Heinberg sunglasses.
I know.
Dude, we
What a
tried
heartbreaker.
to get him, and he completely ghosted us.
What?
I'm gonna check your stuff out, and I'll let you know. And I waited a week, and I sent him one back, and he just never responded.
Ah, bummer.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we're losers.
We're
So
losers.
Do you have any questions for us?
Wait, that's what this was?
Yeah, that was the next
Are you
question.
kidding me? What got this going? What drove you guys to do this?
COVID.
No disc golf. Yeah. COVID.
During COVID, everyone on the Atlanta Disc Golf Facebook page was just literally arguing about science and freaking out and screaming at each other about masks and not masks and lockdowns and not lockdowns and playing and not playing. And so we decided we were going to do a bracket where every day for like 48 days, they voted on which Atlanta course was better, and we'd get down to the best course in Atlanta. And the final day where we revealed the final vote winner, we did a live show on Facebook. And it just kind of, after that, we're like, we could do this every week if we wanted to. So we started Frolfcenter after that. Yeah.
Nice. I like that.
It was a COVID thing.
And we have the pro, the very bottom. We have the pro, and then we have Adam, who's better than me now, but he's like the typer, the speaker, and then I'm just the hype guy.
And Cody was a tournament director and a filmer too, so we have like a very weird. I'm the guy who's rated rec playing advanced. Austin's the pro. Cody's the media guy, and we just kind of came together and said we have a lot of different ideas about disc golf. So.
Well,
And we like to drink beer.
Yeah, that's a win.
Yeah,
I think you're the only one drinking beer right now, but I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I'm the only one drinking beer. They're
What?
drinking whiskey.
Oh, gotcha. How long have you guys been playing for?
I'm 11.
2011.
You're 2011. Yeah, we all have all of our PDJ numbers are pretty close.
Okay.
Right.
Now I'm 5'6", 469.
58269 69285.
69285.
Right.
Wow.
So we actually, a lot of us have the same numbers in our PDGA number, which is weird, but just all transfigured.
I think that's how we're all friends. It's kind of like we started playing at the same time, and like we all have coincidences, and we enjoy drinking beer after the round in the parking lot at disc golf tournaments.
And before the round, but don't tell any of the tournament directors.
Oh, I have been slosherooed
Oh, we do.
around a few times. I mean, I have
Slosherooed?
not been slosherooed a few times before. But tell me this. Highest rated round you've ever thrown?
970.
971.
Oh, cool.
1065.
Woo, baby, that's a fire one right there. Where's your fire emoji?
18 down on 19 holes.
Ooh, dude, that's some saucy golf right there.
Yeah, dude, I'm a pretty decent disc golfer. If I wasn't in Atlanta, I'd probably be rated 1,000. But I am. I'm a propagator. I go out and get points, and then I come back and bring them to everybody in Atlanta.
I appreciate people that can tell me straight up. So many people perceive that as arrogance. I don't. I think it's very.
Nah,
good
I'm
like,
definitely a humble bragger.
Yeah, dude. I have
Austin's
been
good.
humble my whole life. And it's good for you. It really is. And like, I know it sounds arrogant to say, oh, I was humble, but I'm a very person. I have been humble my whole life. I didn't want to do all my advertising for disc golf. I didn't want to do that. If I didn't have to make posts about me playing disc golf, I probably wouldn't do it. Because I play disc golf
It's
for
frisbees. How arrogant can you get about frisbees?
When I was
Yeah, no
getting
kidding.
recruited to play soccer in high school, and I was like nationally ranked goalie, like when I was on track to break the national save count, I didn't tell anybody. Like they had no idea, and it was so cool. One of the most heartwarming stories is like we came down to our last game, and I had 400 saves in our season, and it was 405 was the national record.
Oh, wow.
Right? Yeah, it was crazy. And so I was like, okay, I have to make 5 saves to tie it and 6 to win. And I hadn't told anyone all season. I've been being recruited since like our 3rd game. And so I pushed that 6th save. The first 5 saves were pretty tough, made some good ones. And then this 6th save was this little bitchy like chip shot that I just stood there and caught. And I was like, and the
You
stands.
slammed the ball on the ground and said, "What?"
Oh, the stands went nuts.
Oh, they do?
People had made signs, people had made posters, people had done all these things, and I had no idea that they knew. Absolutely.
How many 6-second yellow cards have you gotten?
Oh, I got 2 of them. But I loved it. And so I've legitimately my whole life just been that's just the kind of person that I've been. I don't tell people when I do great stuff because I think it makes me look like a jerk. Like I don't like things like that. But I can really respect someone being like, yes, I did this. And like, yes, I was the top ranked goalie in the country. Yes, I did these things. That's cool. Now, do I let it impact my day to day, and do I let it be my like flex towards other people? Hell no. Like, who cares? I was in high school. Like, I am a grown ass adult now. Like,
Yeah.
whatever. I don't know.
You didn't go to college and play. You didn't play soccer in NC State.
It's a long story, but no.
Sure.
No.
Okay.
When I got so I was really high ranked in my class, and so when I got in academically at NC State, I wanted to come here since I was a little kid. Knew I couldn't play soccer the rest of my life, and so went for it. When I was younger, I got a collision, hurt my knee. Was told I shouldn't really be playing soccer very much. After my sophomore year, he said, "I don't recommend you play soccer anymore at all." And I was like, "Well, I'm still going to play soccer." And in my senior year, I was the top ranked goalie in the country, so that was kind of cool. And I was like, "I showed you." But if I get into a collision, I may never be able to walk correctly again. So I decided.
So I actually played USL Pro back in 2009.
Orlando City, though, so boo.
Yeah, whatever. But I had same thing. I broke my ankle in like 7 places, and they were like, "Can you run more than 3 miles anymore?" And I was like, "No."
I don't know.
Soccer's a brutal sport. That's what people don't realize. Can be a brutal sport.
Yeah. And as a goalie, you are the one person back there. You are into it. I made my
emotional responsibility of a goalie is unfathomable at times,
especially when I'm stepping on his toes in corner kicks.
Oh my gosh, the amount of times like when I got injured from my knee, like I slid out at a guy in a 1-on-1, and we had kind of been going at it all night, and he had a chance to shoot, and he chose not to, and just kneed me in the face, broke my jaw. Like I sat there and like I tried to twist away and fucked up my knee, hurt my lower back, like did some physical therapy. Like I tried to get it all back together. But it was hard. It was hard. And like when you get into goalies and you get into collisions or you're the last one there. And you have to go out and you have to attack and you have to make saves. Like
you're protected by the rules, but you're not protected.
Yeah, I made a save one time where I like leaped back and he shot it in the top left corner, and so it was like a upper 90 save. So I got all the way up in there, parried it out, but I was a little far forward when I did it, and so I had to leap backwards to make the save. So it actually wasn't my fingers, but I got my palm on it because you're coming at it like this. So I hit with my palm, parried it over, turned to hit the ground, and smacked the side of my head on the post and like split my ear open, and it started like bleeding and stuff like that. And I got a concussion.
Great MMA ear, yeah.
Oh yeah, and I got a concussion, and it's just like that's what happens. Like
I did not think soccer was a full contact sport.
Yeah, I cannot
Soccer's
play.
dirty, dude.
7 concussions, bro. 7.
And you were forward? What did you play? Forward?
Forward, but mostly forward, left wing in high school.
Just running up and down the side?
Yeah, I ran them to death.
Yeah. What was your mile time in high school?
5:08.
Dude, I got 4:58 and I was the goalie. Nice. They told me it would have been competitive.
I was going to say I ran 4:55, but I was a distance runner.
My 2 mile time was 10:32 though.
That's pretty solid.
So I never lost much.
Yeah, my 2 mile time was 11:08 when I put it.
That's not bad. That's good for a goalie.
A goalie?
Yeah,
it was the best in the country.
I was really good at heel flips in high school. And
you mean eating shit on the pavement?
Eating shit,
I wasn't. I sucked at that.
I was all fucked up. Yeah. Anywho.
All right, brother. Man, it's been a great pleasure talking to you. I appreciate you coming on, Frolfcenter. We're gonna give you some time to shine. Tell the people where they can follow you on the Instagram. The Facebook, the social medias, the YouTubes, all that shit, man.
Yeah.
Thank who you got to thank. This is your time.
Oh gosh. Oh wow. You even left the screen for me. That's.
I saw it.
Okay. You can follow me at. It looks like it's on the screen right there at Raven Newsom on Instagram. You can send me a friend request on Facebook. I'm happy to be friends. I'm starting a YouTube channel over the next couple of months. I'm going to be putting up a lot of different content on cool shots, different tips on how to improve your game, different putting styles, different ways to increase how you play. So that is I think it's Raven Newsom at Gmail or whatever. So you can follow that too. And then I got 3 lovely sponsors. First and foremost, my disc golf manufacturer, MVP Disc Sports. Phenomenal people. Absolutely love them. Without them, I wouldn't be where I am today. Go get a pyro. Go get one of the Newsom stamp pyros. They're awesome. Go pick out a Volt, like an Envy. They're all amazing discs. Basket Bashers Disc Golf, fantastic company. They're amazing. They are an online retailer. So they have a bunch of different discs come in. They work with local players. They have created a team, and it's represented all over. I mean, they represent Elaine King. Like this is no joke. Like they are a fantastic company. Go check them out. Go buy some discs. Support them. Like it's good for them. And then Adopt Disc Golf. I'm the team captain on Adopt Disc Golf. Absolutely, Tim and Jessica Harrison are some of the best people I've ever met in this world. They do some of the most amazing things. They have foster children. Like that is the kind of person that you want in life. Like they are amazing, and they run a fantastic company. Go check them out. Go do that thing that you do where you support people. Like that's why we're in this world. Like help people out, and they are fantastic people. There are not many more deserving people than them.
That's awesome, dude. Yeah, Adopt Disc Golf and MVP, and what was the other one again?
Basket
Oh,
Bashers.
your YouTube channel. Your
That's
Basket
how you know
Bashers.
Raven Strasburger, Christopher Raven Strasburger, right?
Yeah. I don't know him very well. He seems like a really nice guy. He's always been super
I
supportive.
mean, his name's Raven, so he's got to be a good guy,
I
right?
played a
Well,
tournament.
I think
with
it's Christopher, but just Raven's his middle name.
I
That's
played with
like
him.
saying if I met someone named Dave Fox, that was my name too. But no, that's just my middle name.
Wait, what's your name?
I have
What's
two
your
middle
middle
names. I have 2 middle names: Day after my aunt Daylene, and Fox because my mom saw a fox when she was giving
You're
birth.
Raven Day Fox Newsom?
Mhm.
Do you have
Raven Day
special
Fox
powers?
Newsom.
Do you have magical powers?
Yeah, I'm a nasty disc golfer. Just
That-
Nasty disc golfer. Dude, stay tuned with it.
Yeah, not on purpose.
Raven, thank you so much for coming on. We are definitely going to hit you up and bring you back someday because this was super enlightening and we could go way deeper another time for sure.
I'd love to. Yeah, this was a lot of
Yeah,
fun.
bro, you've got a place to stay in Atlanta. Hit me up
I will. I actually will do that because
anytime you want.
this year.
Anytime you want. We've got a full bedroom for you.
Oh, I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
All right, cool, man. Thank you very much. Have a good night.
Yeah, you too. It's nice to meet you
Enjoy
guys.
Yeah, good luck tonight, buddy.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Later.
Oh boy, that was fun.
That was awesome.
That was
Yeah,
kind of too
Raven,
awesome.
Raven's a pretty cool dude. Not gonna lie, I wasn't expecting that.
I didn't know anything about. I knew what I had read online about Raven, but I had no idea that we were going to get that out of him.
I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I've gotten like 10 text messages this week, and they were like, "Who the fuck's Raven Newsom?" And I was like,
No.
"I have no idea who
I
Raven
know
Newsom
who
is."
he is. I've seen his name on all sorts of stuff. Like,
I mean, like, yeah, I've seen Raven Newsom on the Jomez and all that stuff, and I'm like, I mean, we're
But
kind of rated the same. We've made the same amount of money this year. I really don't know who the dude is, to be honest
He
with you.
was
I've never played
fantastic.
with him.
Also,
Yeah,
we have
great dude.
a Raven Newsom trivia question. Is that right, Cody?
Yeah. So you guys can win an inertia from MVP. It is a 9-speed, 5-glide, -2. And the question for the night is, how old is Raven? And it's going to be the first person that gets it because you're watching right now. Thanks for watching. But how old is the kid?
That's a good one. We're gonna see. So the first person to give us the right answer of how old he is gonna win.
Inertia by MVP.
Very nice. Austin, you have some news for us? Like kind of.
Oh,
big-
No,
yeah,
I think I'm more impressed with Paul Bell's 3-mile split at 1848.
Boom. Jaybird
That's
just
it.
won it. Second guest of the night. 21 years old. That is correct. Jaybird, you win.
Jaybird, you get an MVP disc.
Shoot us a message with your address and Cody will mail it.
I know you'll love this MVP disc, Jason. It's negative.
Yeah, Cody's definitely gonna. Well,
Right up your
Jason won't be at Friendsgiving, but I might be able to meet you and give it to him. He lives in Tequila, not too far from me.
Well, shoot us a message if you need it.
Or we can just ship it to you. Whatever stuff it is.
Shoot us a message. Give us your address. You win that. So perfect.
All right. My exclusive information, boys. I told you guys at what time did I tell you? 3:30 this afternoon.
You said you had something big.
Yeah, I said I got something big, and we're gonna share it on the podcast tonight. I don't know if I should say the bomb squad is taking over the headquarters at Lula, or Lula is getting another 18 holes.
Wait, what?
And that there might be a tier / DGPT Silver Cup series going down at Lula in the next couple of years.
Dude, what?
So 36 holes at Lula is what you're saying.
And you're also saying Bomb Squad disc golf at Lula?
Yeah. First and foremost, Bomb Squad Disc Golf will be taking over the command center at Lula. And that means that there will be close to 1,500 discs in stock. There will be a net with driving range. There'll be a putting station where everybody can putt and test out new plastic, test out new putters, see what you want. There will also be a net with a driving range with a speedometer telling you how fast you're throwing inside, and there might even be course pros there on site, throughout the week.
What kind of course
pros? To give you like one-on-one lessons. Course pros being myself, yours truly might be a part. Cody Britton talked about being a part of it. I think there's a couple others in Ben Lena. I think maybe. I don't know many other names, but
that's kind of the Bomb Squad crew.
The Bomb Squad crew will be in attendance. I would think they'd reach out to my boy Jason Light, but yeah. Look forward to Lula Disc Golf being a thing in the next year and a half. So Planet Earth Designs went out today actually.
Wow.
And scoped the property for the next. Well, they already had the 9 additional holes, but we're looking for the additional 9 holes, and we're looking how to improve the previous 18 holes as well.
Yeah.
Like we're not just doing a new 18 hole. We're doing an improvement to the entire property to provide an A-tier quality, Silver Cup series.
That's a full revamp is what we're talking
about. Definitely like.
Yeah, that's huge. That's absolutely huge. I think a lot of people are not, we're at the end of the show, so we're getting there, whatever. Getting the love on Frolfcenter. Thanks, fellas. Yeah, Jason, cool.
No, yeah, Jay Bird, dude. You're my dude.
Yeah, we love Jason.
No, for sure. If you guys need lessons, like I would look at hitting this dude up. He's who I idolize my putt after.
Very experienced. That's me calling him old, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
very experienced. He's beat my ass at every tournament we've played this year. I mean, like, what else do you want me to say?
Right. Okay, that's huge. Also, the ADGO bag tag finales are this weekend. You should have gotten an email. If you didn't get an email, figure it out. It's going to be fun. There's a lot of money. There's extra money this year because we kind of pimped our insurance out to a couple of different leagues. So we basically built money on top of what came in for the bag tags. It's going to be silly and great and amazing. So, yeah.
The bag tag finale this weekend?
Yeah, Sunday. You're going to be there.
Yeah, has the payout been posted yet?
What's that?
Has the payout been posted yet?
Payout has not been posted, but the tee times and the bracket have been, or at least people got an email. So
yeah.
So we just got a little.
Okay, I'm just kidding, Adam. I love you.
Yeah, it was another. I mean, there's a lot of Frolfcenter exclusives today. It's been really good.
Wild.
Austin, are we going to do a little Friendsgiving update next week?
it
Next
just
week.
kind of fully involves Austin, and yeah, you guys are gonna have to stick tuned for next week. I'm not giving out all the details this week. We've already
Yeah, we
gone
can
an
go
hour and
early.
45
Update.
minutes. I mean,
Huh? Hey?
So
I'm just gonna say, bring your big arms to Friendsgiving.
Yeah, I heard it's
Okay.
going to be a lot of pulling.
You better be ready to play at gold level. This is what I've said from the get go. You better be ready to play a gold level disc golf course if you want to win Friendsgiving.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Par 73. Next.
Next.
That's it.
That's it, man.
Fun fact. So my fun fact this week is about MVP because we had Raven on. They currently have 39 discs on the website that you can order. They have 8 different types of plastic that these discs can come in. If you guys have any questions about discs or what disc to choose, don't hesitate to message Matt Dollar. He will be happy to answer all your questions about discs.
Yep. At Matt Dollar Disc Golf.
Yep, Matt Dollar.
Please send him a message.
Yeah, if you have any questions about anything in the MVP lineup, he's your guy. He knows them backwards and forwards.
That dude is so patient and so thorough. It's going to be perfect if you email him. mattdollardiscgolf@gmail.com is probably...
You could probably even send him a little video of you throwing it, and he could help you break it down.
For sure. He would 100% do that. We love that guy.
And my favorite stat about MVP right now, I didn't look at other manufacturers, but they're one of the newer companies, and they already have 67 team members that they sponsor. So that's pretty cool.
That's pretty awesome.
Including Raven and Sarah and Elaine King and Dollar and Isaac. And is there any other Georgia?
Not Georgia, but they got Hokum too, and Hokum's a friend of the show. So
they got Matt Lack from Georgia too. So and a
Matt
bunch of North
Lack.
Carolina.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Dude, we can't forget Matt Lack. Matt Lack's rad.
Yeah, dude, Matt Lack's my guy.
Matt Lack's cool.
And bunch of
Adam, you son of a fucking bitch.
What? Me?
Yes, you.
That's all I got.
Me? What are you talking about?
I'm not even going to say it.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about it. So are we good, Cody? Can I go 2-minute warning?
Oh yeah, I'm done. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, cool. I'm going to go 2-minute warning. My 2-minute warning this week is about hot takes for the sake of hot takes. Like Brody Smith put up a poll on Twitter the other day and said, "What should I rant about?" Basically asking people, if I'm going to spend time ranting into a camera on my phone, which one is going to get me more theoretical internet points? He said, should it be on ratings or payout? So he's hot taken for the sake of hot taking, which is just kind of, I don't know. I don't get it. I think it's manufactured dissent, and I'm not really a big fan of it. Austin, why don't you take it away?
Yeah, I mean, fuck. Let's just drop a hot take. Because I'm not going to do a tip this week. My hot take is something that I asked Raven a little bit earlier. Do you think that the step or jump putt needs to be removed from disc golf? Or does it need to move back?
You're asking us.
Want your answers in the comments?
I kind of want to hear your answers, and then I'll give you my hot take, and then I want to hear everybody's answers in the comments. Like, please do.
You kind of gave us your hot take about it.
I did a little bit, but I want to hear your answers first, and then I'll give you my official hot take on it.
Yeah. Cody, you want to go first?
I do not give a fuck. That's I don't care. I don't care if they change it to step putt.
Okay, Adam, what do you got for me?
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same way. I feel like if somebody's form makes them step putt better than I don't step putt, then
Adam, you complete fuck, dude. I fucking hate you.
Why? I don't care about step putts at all.
No, what you're wearing on your head.
What are you talking about? We're not talking about this.
Yeah,
You're right. You're right. You don't give a fuck. So my hot take on step putts and jump putts is that in the Professional Disc Golf Association, we are self-officiating, and that requires somebody to have to call somebody on a very negotiable call, and it no longer requires 2 people to be official. Like, it only takes one person to call a flip fault nowadays. And I just hate being that asshole to be like, yo, dude, you totally were like foot on the ground before you released that putt behind that basket. But at the same fucking time, I am the same dude that will step through a putt on 33 feet and cash it about 75% of the time. It's just, at the same time, I feel like it almost just needs, like Raven said, it almost needs to be pushed back to 50 feet. Just so, like, it's just like, without a doubt, like, you are 50 feet. If there's any question to it, you walk it off. Like when that question's asked to me in the middle of the round and people are like, am I outside? I never look. I'm just like, do you need to walk it off? Other people on the card will be like, yeah, you're out. And I'm like, you need to walk it off. I just like, we're self-officiating. I'm not trying to give you any advantage. I'm not trying to take any advantage. If I'm like 33 feet and I have to question that, I'm going to walk it off, and I'm not going to ask my card mates. You know,
Yeah.
and that's my hot take for the week. Yeah, it's does the step putt or like the following through putt need to be moved back, or do we need to be? Does it just need to go away altogether?
Okay, this is really fun. Courtney McCoy has a very solid argument here. And it's great because it's a good segue because our guest next week.
Right. We're going to talk about it next week.
No, we do.
We got Courtney McCoy next week.
My girl.
Yeah, we've got a lot of keep the questions.
We got Mama McCoy next week.
Opinions, we want to hear them. So
let's just all jump putt from 1 feet and farther, and then there'll never be an argument. I
don't know. I feel like the jump putts like Vijay Singh in the Golf Pro Tour uses the tall putter, right?
I think Courtney. I don't think you need a second anymore. I feel like the rules state that it only needs one.
I think you can get a one now.
I feel like it only needs one person to make that call.
We'll find out.
And you can even call it on yourself. Yeah, we're gonna dive in deep into this, and we're gonna talk about it. I mean, I love the women's aspect of disc golf, honestly, because I feel like that is going to be the exponential growth of disc golf is women's disc golf. Speaking of which, by the way, if you are not tuned into the Atlanta's women's disc golf, they're live right now.
We didn't mean to go over top of it, but over at the Atlanta Women's Disc Golf page, starting at 8:30, they were doing a Q&A about their tournament coming up this week against the Gals group. Go over there and watch that. It's going to be on Facebook Live, so it'll be there as soon as you go over right now. Go watch that. Go participate. Those ladies do a really good job of promoting.
It's completely sold out. They sold out the tournament. All women. Amazing.
Yeah, and we sponsored 4 of the holes. Good luck, ladies. Good luck to the People of Color tournament this weekend.
Yeah,
love you guys.
They're both. So People of Color, Color of Disc Golf is Saturday.
Saturday at Battery Waters.
Yep, and the women's is Sunday at
North Landings in Marietta.
Right, and so we sponsored both of those. I think we're $100 into both of them. So I hope everything goes well. I'll be at Redan on Sunday. So good luck to everybody running tournaments. That's awesome.
Yeah, good luck to both of you guys. I love you, everyone that is competing there. Hell yeah, Brandy. Tell everybody we said what up from Frolfcenter. We'll be there.
That's right. And Bomb Squad came in earlier to make sure we didn't miss it. And I'm sure that's why you got prompted too. But
there we go.
Yeah, there it is. Very good. And like I said, next week, Courtney McCoy. This is all our segues are magical.
I can't wait to have Courtney on. I'm super excited about that.
It's going to be so good. Courtney is going to tell us.
Every time I ever talk disc golf with Courtney, like post-tournament, like we're sitting around the fire and like we're talking, it gets deep. It gets deep. You learn something, it gets deep. Like Courtney gets you where like you need to, where your head needs to be.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I love it.
Guys, we've been doing this for almost 2 hours. This is one of our longest episodes ever. I think I'm going to call it. I'm Adam.
Yeah, dude.
I hope you had a good time. Everyone stay safe. Everyone be cool. Love you guys. See you next week with Courtney McCoy.
Yeah, dude. I mean, we're just disc golf. We are just disc golf. Y'all be good.
Again, guys, thank you so much for watching. Raven, thank you if you're watching still. Thank you so much for coming on. Again, Courtney next week. That's going to be an amazing time. Bomb Squad News. Go like their page. Go buy some MVP discs. And he's going to hate me for saying it, but thanks for watching.